Shri K. Rahman Khan Sahib, Ministry of Minority Affairs, Shri Wajatullah Habibullah, Chairperson, National Commission for Minorities, Shri Ninong Ering, Minister of State for Minority Affairs, Shri K. N. Daruwala, Member, National Commission for Minorities. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to participate once again in the inaugural session of this very important conference. I compliment the National Commission for Minorities for organizing this annual event, which brings together representatives of various state minority commissions in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, pluralism is the keystone of India's civilization and culture. Religious harmony, not mere tolerance, is the bedrock of India's secularism. Enshrined in the Indian Constitution, therefore, are several rights that are intended to protect the interests of all citizens, including religious minorities. It is also the solemn duty of the government to make every possible effort to protect and promote secular values and provide equality of opportunity to all religious minorities. It is in furtherance of this objective that an institutional arrangement has been set up for enforcement and implementation of all safeguards provided for minorities in our Constitution, in central and state laws, and in government policies and administrative schemes. The National Commission for Minorities was established by statute in 1992 by the central government. I am happy that several states have also followed suit. At present, there are 17 state minorities commissions in existence in various states, and I understand that the establishment of such commissions is under active consideration of some other governments as well. Over the years, the National Commission for Minorities and the state commissions have played an important role in upholding the rights of minorities guaranteed by the Constitution and in protecting their interests as equal citizens of a democratic nation. I would like to take this opportunity to compliment the commissions for their achievements. The commissions have also done well in bringing into focus the responsibility of majority communities to ensure that the rights of minorities are secured. To maintain communal harmony, both majority communities and minorities have to work together to create an atmosphere of acceptance and harmony. In most parts of the countries, the relationship between majority and minority communities is harmonious, although there have been instances where this relationship has been put to severe test, especially of late. These aberrations tarnish the image of our country and our society. They cause pain and suffering to the affected people. They also disrupt the ability of large sections of our society to contribute to the rapid economic progress of our country. The central government has also established a number of other institutions to ensure that minorities should not only be provided adequate safeguards, but also given equal access to development opportunities. The National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation provides concessional finance for self-employment activities to members of minority communities. The National Commission for Minority Educational Institutions has been set up for protecting the rights of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. The Maulana Azad Education Foundation formulates and implements educational schemes and plans for the benefit of the educationally backward minorities. The Central Waqf Council advises the government on matters pertaining to the working of state Waqf boards and proper administration of Waqf property in the country. The National Commission for Backward Classes investigates conditions of the socially and educationally backward classes, which also include sections of religious minorities. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that our government has tried its best to ensure social and economic justice to minority communities. The new 15-point program for minorities that the UPA government launched in 2006 aims at ensuring the well-being, protection and development of minorities. The focus of the program is to ensure that the benefits of various development schemes and programs of the government accrue in equitable measures to minorities, especially those located in minority concentration areas. Wherever possible, 15% of the targets and outlays under various poverty alleviation schemes are required to be earmarked for minorities. A reasonable representation of minorities is also expected to be ensured in the government, including public sector enterprise. Our efforts over the past 9 years have shown visible results, but a lot more also needs to be done. Priority sector lending to minorities by banks has increased from about rupees 59,000 crore in 2007-8 to about 1,85,000 crore in 2012-13. The share of minorities in recruitment in central government and central public sector enterprises has gone up from 6.9% in 2006-7 to 7.4% in 2012-13. Under this Swern Jayanti Gram Sway Rozgar Yojana, about 11.5 lakhs beneficiaries belonging to minorities have been covered from 2006-7 to 2012-13. Under the Indira Gandhi Awas Yojana, more than 22 lakh houses have been constructed for minorities at a cost of about rupees 7,500 crores. Similarly, a large number of men, women and children from minority communities have benefited under the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, the ICDS and the Swern Jayanti Shahkari Rozgar Yojana. We have implemented major scholarship schemes for minority communities. I am happy to say that we have also been able to persuade the private sector to some extent to take affirmative action in favor of minorities as part of their corporate social responsibility. The success of our initiatives depends to a large extent on the cooperation of states. If both the central and state governments work in tandem, the implementation of these programs can be made more effective. I believe that State Minorities Commission have a very important role to play in ensuring this outcome, and I would urge their representatives present here to redouble their efforts in this direction. Ladies and gentlemen, all minority communities do not form a homogeneous group. Some have done reasonably well, benefiting from the processes of social and economic development. However, other minorities, especially the Muslim community in certain parts of our country, have not had an equal share of the fruits of development. This has most recently been established by the data provided in the report of the Sachar Committee, which our government had set up. It is incumbent upon any democratically elected government to redress such imbalances and inequities. Towards this end, we have accepted 72 of the 76 recommendations made by the Sachar Committee, and 43 decisions have been taken by the concerned ministries to implement these 72 recommendations. Of the remaining 4 recommendations, action was taken on 1 recommendation, but the matter is now sub judice. Many of the concerns raised by the Sachar Committee have also been addressed by the Prime Minister's new 15-point program. I would like to make special mention of the multi-sectoral development program, which was launched in 2008-9 in pursuance of the Sachar Committee recommendation to address the development deficit in 90 minority concentration districts across the country. The fund allotted for the program in the 11th plan was more than rupees 3,700 crores, which has been enhanced to about 5,800 crores rupees in the 12th plan. From 2013-14, the unit for planning and implementing the program has been changed from a district to a block, and it now covers 710 minority concentration blocks. Additionally, 66 minority concentration towns have also been identified for coverage under the program. Since its launch, the program has been able to create substantial infrastructure in the targeted districts, including school buildings, hostels, primary health centers, Anganwadi centers, ITIs, and polytechnics. The Ministry of Minority Affairs periodically reviews the progress made in the implementation of the accepted recommendations of the Sachar Committee. The matter is also reviewed by the Committee of Secretaries on a 6-monthly basis, after which the progress report is placed before the Union Cabinet. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is of utmost importance to remember that we have age-old traditions of pluralism and tolerance. For India as a country, secularism has been a way of life practiced over centuries. We should be cautious of people who work against India's secular thought by attempting to redefine secularism. Our strength as a country lies in our unity. We should be vigilant against forces that seek to exploit our diversity in religion, language, and culture to divide our people. The National Commission for Minorities and State Minorities Commission must continue to play a proactive role and strengthen the hands of the government by recommending suitable measures for improving the socio-economic conditions of our minorities. This will help us in realizing the dream of the fathers of our Constitution to build a nation committed to the equitable development and equality of rights of every section of the Indian people. The state, on its part, must focus on taking care of the basic needs of education, healthcare, housing, and employment of minorities, and providing a framework for participation of minority in governance and the processes of socio-economic development. With these words, I'm very happy to be part of this inaugural function. I will be greatly interested to learn of your conclusions in this important conference. I wish your deliberation all success. Thank you.